Hi everyone, welcome to the accumulation and momentum data analysis for 11th of August. Today was a pretty good day for the bulls. The Nifty went up almost close to 1%. Even the mid caps did the same. However, the small caps did not perform as well as the Nifty as well as the mid caps. They were hardly up 0.4% in today's trade, right? So we'll look at the important news and also the what the charts are telling us, right? So the important news is carry traders ramp up bets in EMs as Fed cuts loop. So what is carry trade? So carry trade is basically when you borrow money from uh, a country where the interest rates are very low and you kind of use that to buy assets in some other countries where you tend to make better returns, right? So what is happening is since Fed is going to start cutting rates, probably because they had guided for two rate cuts in this calendar year itself. And since in August they did not cut it, in September and in November, chances are the remaining two rate cuts are going to come in. Because of which, what these carry traders are doing, they are going to now move away from the US because the US dollar is also going to become weaker. So against, let's say, the emerging market currencies. So if the currencies appreciate, so what is happening right now is the rupee is continuously sliding because of the tariff threat, and that is like a double blow for the FIs because what happens, the market is also falling and your rupee is also weakening. But let's say if the rupee starts to strengthen, which would happen if the dollar index or let's say the dollar weakens, right? The rupee is going to get stronger. So if that happens along with the movie that the carry traders are going to push into EMs, so India would benefit from it. Right now, if you look at it, the bearishness in the market is at a 2-year high, right? So if these start coming in and also the shorts in the system start to get unwound, right? So then you short covering, that is, if that starts happening, you might see a pretty solid rally in the Nifty as well, if it starts to happen, right? So now moving on to the accumulation data. So not much really in the large caps, although the market kind of moved up, which the momentum indicator is telling us that the momentum in large caps kind of went above, like let's last 10, 15 days high, right? But the accumulation is not that strong, right? Now coming to the mid cap accumulation, again, kind of in that range, consolidating around the same 20, 25 levels, not really moving higher. Even in the mid caps, you can see that there is a small spike up that has come in because most of them moved higher. Now, coming to the small cap, again, small cap accumulation had fallen on Friday, but today it has come back to the same range it was in. And if you look at the momentum here, again, a small improvement. Like I always tell you, right, it does not matter if there is 1 day bounce, right? So it can be a bounce from a little oversold levels. But let's say second and the third day, if that momentum continues, the follow through buying continues, that is when we know for sure that we have made some kind of a short-term bottom. Or else what usually happens is if 1 or 2 days of momentum might come in, but if the data is not really supporting, then usually you again fall even lower. But one more good thing that kind of came up on Saturday, I guess, was that Russia and US are going to talk about having peace on probably 15th of August in Alaska. So if there is some kind of a ending to this Russia-Ukraine war, probably the tariffs which US president has put on India because we are importing Russian oil. Since Russia would no longer be fighting that war, the tariff thing might kind of go down. So it is still a 50-50 thing. If that happens, that would be a positive. It would definitely change the sentiments that are there on India right now. Right? Let's see what happens. I'll make a video after tomorrow's trading session to see if the momentum continues as well as the accumulation comes back. Thank you.